Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Raghunath from ECE-B. I just wanted to speak about the speech that Malvan has given. And before us, Malvan has said many great points about India and different cultures which need to be updated for India's growth. He has told us about different traditions and culture that India was facing or India was ruling, but different countries are not participating in that. But he also said that many countries are saying that they are already developed country, but India remains every time a developing country because of its tradition and everything. He also said that for India, villages are one of the weakest thing since villages are not being developed from many years in India. At the time of Britishers to till now, we are still in 2023. Now we need to develop our villages to get developed.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Varshita from second year ECE-B. Today, I'm going to discuss on the topic India in 2030. The main drawback of the India is that currently India is still developing country but not developed totally. The main drawback is economic inequality. Uh, our India got freedom in the year 1947, and although our India is very rich in tradition, culture, heritage, and etc., but still we are in developing process country. Why? Because we are following the West, and that should be neglected. We are following the West, and that should be neglected. Although our India got freedom in the year 1947, and the India is still in a developing process country, but not developed totally. It's all about the people ideologies, how to develop country, and it's all about economic inequality, gender, caste discrimination, hunger, and etc. The main drawback is poverty. Our India in many rural areas, India is still suffering from poverty, relative poverty, economic poverty, absolute poverty, and etc. There are different economics classes of poverty. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Hamlita from ECE-B. I'm here to share my views on the video clips that I got. Mahadev about India. He's, he shared his views on India's development. India is a still developing country. All have dreams. Abdul Kalam once said, "Dreams are not which you see in sleep. Dreams are those which doesn't let you sleep." And Abraham Lincoln also said, if you're given a 6 hours to cut down a tree, first use 4 hours to sharpen the axe, and then use the remaining 2 hours to cut down the tree. And ours is a nation where where greatest personalities like greatest personalities like Gautam Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi lived. They also have dreams regarding no infants cry for wanting of milk, and no youngest people crave for education, and no youngest went door to door for searching for jobs. And it's still a dream for us. It's still a dream for India. And and one of his film, he used to he worked on his biceps and triceps, and then he realized preparing preparing your body fitness, which is outside the body, is not the real fitness. You need to make your mind. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Good afternoon, this is Archie from ECB. I'm here to discuss about R. Mahadevan, who have addressed the 14th edition of Indian Conference at Harvard University. And he told us about the India, that he have dreamt that India to be a nation without the job scarcity and without any child crying for scarcity of milk. But he also mentioned that it was a dream because of the corruption in India and also all the loopholes in Indian constitution. And we as a responsible citizens of India, we have to take a step towards this corruption and the loopholes in the Indian constitution. And I think we'll take a step towards it. Thank
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Neela Rajni, and today I'm here to talk about the topic on rural India in 2023. As we know, India was always called as a developing country due to large number of rural areas. As let us define what are rural people. They are like who depends upon agriculture, fishing, and farming, etc. The main reason of rural people in India was less economic growth. Economic growth means not that stopping the economic process, but we also need to implement the things which need to be understood to the people who are not educated. Uh, in our India mainly there is much problem in public policy also. We need to change our constituency and in such terms. In India, there are people who are rapidly growing in the most of the areas which they know, but they are not able to understand what are the other areas which they also have to need to develop them. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is S. Shivabindu. I would like to share about the which I have seen the video. Mahatma says about that how to develop in rural areas and about his passions, how to reach our goals, like etc. He says. So first he says that only education persons only develop the rural areas only. So if in rural areas no facilities are available and medical facilities and food facilities there was no availability in a rural areas. So about coming in 2030 we can see in the rural areas very developed to the in our country. So he also about says that everyone having every dreams and passions. So to reach the passion is very important in our life. So to start up the any uh, companies. So we have the money and to help the rural areas to develop. And he also says that Abdul Kalam and his stories to be inspired to the to succeed in our life. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mami. I'm from ECE-B. Today, I want to share my views about which I have saw in the video about development of India. That he said that dreams are not when you dreams are not when you let you sleep. We should focus on it. We should not dream at once. We should dream twice to become a desire. So about India. Still, it is a developing country due to its tradition of India. So we should follow traditions and by don't waste too much of time analyzing what went wrong. Realizing when your failures are only clips away to your confidence. Thank you.
Hello, this is Yelasa Prashant. Uh, Now I'm going to talk about the video which has been shown on the display. Um, in that video, Madhavan, in that video, Madhavan has talked about rural India. He said dreams are not when you get in sleep. Dreams are which do not let you sleep. Uh, that quote was said by Mr. Dr. Abdul Kalam. Another quote he said was, um, mm, if it was said by Abraham Lincoln, when you were given 6 hours to chop down the trees, you have to use 4 hours for to sharpen the axe, and remaining 2 hours you have to utilize for to cut down the trees. Those were the famous two quotes which were said by Mr. Madhavan. Uh, the it, the speech was given in Harvard University. It was about rural India and smart villages. Uh, Even though we have already been to 2023, we are still in developing stage. Mm, Even a lot of countries which are in western side have already been developed, but we are still in developing stage because the rural villages, sorry, the rural part of India has not been developed yet. Uh, Uh, Thank you.
Second round will be a discussion. Good afternoon, one and all. Now we are here to discuss about R. Madhavan's speech at Harvard University at USA. He spoke about the India and his dream at 2030 that he wanted to see India to be an uncorrupted nation, and he also mentioned that he wanted to see Indian youngsters not to knock door to door and ask for jobs.
You're right. That was said by Mahatma Gandhi. It was his Mahatma Gandhi's 84 years of old dream. Um, Once Albert Einstein said that if you judge a fish by his or her ability to climb a tree, it always stays in a dream that it was unable to climb a tree and it was depressed. So we should never make someone or anyone else depressed in any of the skills. They might be not able to do one thing, they might be good at three other things.
I completely agree with your point, Raghu. But he also mentioned another point is India is still a developing country, but it's not developed totally. Although we got independence in the year 1947, though our India is very rich in culture, tradition, heritage, and etc. But still, India is still developing because it's all about the economic inequality, gender, caste discrimination, and etc. There's no development in rural areas.
Yeah, Rashmi, I agree with you. And it is also because of that, it is coming from generation like instability of politicians and the civil strife. And they from the starting or beginning, they also showed that discrimination among themselves as a rural and like poor and rich people. And they also, as rural people were uneducated, so they took an advantages of that in owning their land or in their ownership.
As youngsters, we have to take the stand to overcome the loopholes in our Indian constitution and also our government. Though the main drawback is our India is following the Western culture more than focusing on our Indian culture.
Dreaming is not something which comes into our mind at nights. If we get a dream at once, it will be just a dream. If we get a dream twice, it will be a desire. If it comes to our mind thrice, it becomes an passion, aim, or something else. Our youngsters in India should not take dreams as a silly thing. They need to achieve them with something or great.
As we are the present citizens and youth of our India, so we should take a step forward and we should start thinking on these problems and how to avoid these. And we also need a non-corrupted and non-violence India.
As Indians, we just hope for a better Indian developing nation by the year 2030. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hello everyone. We are here to discuss about the video that we have watched about Madhavan giving speech at Harvard University regarding India's development.
He stated to develop how to develop the rural countries. To develop the rural countries, first the key points are to remove the corruption in India and to develop the rural areas. And women empowerment is more important. And to develop the technology is more important to the development of our country. In this way, in this way we can do it like this. In the country will be developed in the 2030.
Yeah, he also said two quotations which was said by Dr. Swami Vivekananda, uh, which is dreams, dreams, dreams which are not which do not come in sleep. Dreams are which do not make you sleep. And another quote he said was, if you were given 6 hours to chop down the trees, you have to use four hours to sharpen the axe, and 2 hours you have to use it for to cut down the trees, which was said by Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, I completely agree with your points. And ours is a great country where great personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Gautam Buddha are lived, and they also have dreams like no infant cries for the want of milk, and no youngster crave for education, and no youth went door to door for searching of job. And it's still a dream for India. And developing India means we doesn't require smart cities, we require smart villages.
In rural areas, there is no facilities in the medical facilities and there is no food facilities. So to develop that in rural areas, the country will be developed too as compared to the other countries.
I totally agree with you. So everyone need education for developing in their way. So we have to educate ourselves. We make a confidence, and uh, uh, we should make a step forward to do this. So at the end of this, I by 2030 we should.
It's a peer discussion. You have to look at your peers and talk. All right, not the camera. Look at your peers and talk. Come on, go front. Start looking at your friends and talk. Start.
So by 2030 we should. I think I hope this will be done in this Indian development, and the English will develop.
In one of his film, he has to build his body for that film, and he worked on his body to build biceps and triceps, but he realized that mental fitness is not which is outside the body. The real fitness is you need to grow up your mind, and ours is the large. Everyone says that India's is the largest economy, but
Education process only can be developed in in our country. So to develop the education and to our government also be developed in this way we can to develop our country.
Yeah, I completely agree with your point. First, that education, free education, and free education has to be implemented by everywhere. Education needs to be free for village people. If education is good, India also becomes good.
so finally, everyone in India dream of, dream about India's development in minds of villages, not in the cities.
Thank you.